My name is Catherine Crowley, and I am the Assistant Dean for Student Affairs and Dean of Students at the Columbus School of Law. It is my great honor and privilege to welcome you on this beautiful day and to call to order the 2018 commencement exercises of the Columbus School of Law. We are very fortunate that today's event brings together our entire law school community. Students, alumni, faculty, staff, family, and friends in celebration at a magnificent venue, the Basilica of the National Shrine of the Immaculate Conception. To begin our proceedings, I ask everyone to remain standing for the invocation to be delivered by Father Raymond O'Brien, a member of our law school faculty. At the conclusion of the invocation, please remain standing for the national anthem. Father.
Sisters and brothers, welcome to this sacred spot. Welcome to this holy place where women and men come from around the world in pilgrimage. No matter your faith, I invite you to bow your heads and pray with me. Dearest God, first and foremost, we praise you for this day, for the spirit that animated parents, loved ones, to bring these women and men to this spot, to bring them to this stage of their lives. Father, bless them. Let your spirit come into their hearts so they might be animated to be women and men of justice and peace, equality, and of hope. Father, keep your spirit within them and open their eyes as you did the blind man and quicken their pace as you did those who were lame, so that they will go out into this world to be what we hope all would be, disciples of yours, missionaries of hope. We ask all these things as best we know how in this place dedicated to Mary, through Christ our Lord. Amen.
It is now my pleasure to introduce and welcome to the podium the law school's Dean and Knights of Columbus Professor of Law, Daniel F. Attridge.
Thank you. Please be seated. President Garvey, Provost Abella, Judge Kavanaugh, honored guests, members of our faculty and staff, our graduates, family members, and friends. Today is a very special day for our law school and especially for you, our newest graduates. It's a day you will cherish forever in your memories, and it's a day that I will cherish as well as my final opportunity to address a graduating class as dean. Today, you are deservedly feeling a strong sense of pride in accomplishing a very important life goal, your goal of earning a law degree from the Columbus School of Law at the Catholic University of America. You deserve to hold your heads up very high. You've worked very hard to earn your law degrees. Today is also a day for you to treasure the memories of your law school experience. Most importantly, I think what you'll remember are the community of people you have come to know here, especially your classmates and other students, as well as our dedicated faculty and staff and our supportive network of alumni and friends. But please remember, you did not get here today all by yourselves. All of you have benefited from strong networks of support from your family members, especially your parents and spouses and your friends. Many of your most loyal supporters are here with you today, and it's important that we thank them for supporting you. So I ask everyone to please join with me in giving our graduates, networks of family and friends, wherever they are today, a round of applause. Now, there is one very special student who began with us 3 years ago, whom I would like to mention by name. Benjamin Fendler, who sadly passed away in the fall of 2016, embodies the spirit of this class of 2018. Ben was a vibrant, talented, rising star who touched a lot of people in his short time with us. In many ways, each one of our graduates today is just like Ben. All of you are rising stars who have touched our community in achieving your goal of a CUA law degree. Now, as Dean, I'm expected to give you, our graduates, some advice on your commencement day. So let me turn to that. My advice for you today is about the benefits of pursuing and finding wisdom rather than more materialistic goals. This advice is based upon the following words from the book of Proverbs, where it is written, "Happy the one who finds wisdom, the one who gains understanding. Her profit is better than profit in silver, and better than gold is her revenue. She is more precious than corals, and no treasure of yours can compete with her. Long life is her right hand, and in her left are riches and honor. Her ways are pleasant ways, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to those who grasp her, and those who hold her fast are happy." In today's context, what do these words from the book of Proverbs mean for you, our graduates? As our students, each of you has acquired valuable knowledge and skills along with compassion. Each of you has learned about justice, about ethics, and about fairness. Each of you is ready to pursue wisdom as a shining example of the best of our profession. By pursuing wisdom, you will make a difference in the lives of other people, in your community, in your country, and in the world. You will make the most of the training and the opportunities that you have been given. And I predict you will be truly fulfilled and happy. Now, when you leave us today, in your pursuit of wisdom, you will enter a new chapter in your lives. Please remember that all of us at the law school would like to be a part of that next chapter with you. We welcome you today as our newest alumni. Please stay connected with us. We hope to see and hear from you frequently. Now, as has become my custom at graduation, I would like to share with you an Irish blessing as you move forward as our newest alumni. It goes like this: May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. With that, let me close my remarks by saying how grateful I am for the privilege of addressing you as our newest graduates today. Please accept my personal congratulations for your accomplishments. God bless you, and thank you.
Thank you, Dean Attridge. And now we will hear from our Student Bar Association President and member of the class of 2018, Frank Russo.
President Garvey, Dean Attridge, Judge Kavanaugh, family and friends, faculty and staff, and to the class of 2018, good afternoon. It is my first honor and privilege to present the 2018 Faculty Marshal to Professor Suzette Malveaux. The class of 2018 is immensely grateful to Professor Malveaux for inspiring us and mentoring us as we have selected her to lead us this afternoon. Again, I would like to thank you for all you've done for us over the past 3 years. Again, please stand and be recognized. Before I introduce our next speaker, I would like to take a moment to personally congratulate the class of 2018 for the last time. It has been an amazing 3 years, and I'm truly grateful to know all of you, just as I'm sure you are truly grateful to not get another email from me. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to represent you this year, and I've enjoyed every minute of the ride. I'm proud to know each and every one of you, and it has been an honor to be a part of your class and to see the things that you'll do after graduation. Thank you. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce our student speaker, a personal friend and a roommate of mine. This person graduated from Frostburg State University, served this year as the Vice Chancellor of the Moot Court, President of the Black Law Students Association, and an active member of both the SBA and the Street Law Boards. Please help me in welcoming our friend, our roommate, and our great classmate, Kwambina Beans Coker.
President Garvey, Dean Attridge, Judge Kavanaugh, administrators, distinguished guests, family and friends, and lastly, class of 2018. My name is Kwambina Coker, and I have the honor of being your class speaker this year. Class of 2018, we did it. I'd like to start my remarks with a short story. This story is about a young man who told his college counselor that he was thinking about the idea of attending law school. The counselor was shocked and taken back because this young man was just an athlete. He didn't come from a family of attorneys. And lastly, this young man had a speech impediment. This young man stuttered. The counselor saw all these limitations and told that young man, just don't think law school is the right path for you. Ladies and gentlemen, I am that young man. And that counselor became my reason why for attending law school. Why did you attend law school? Why did you embark on this dreadful journey? For some of you, this is a childhood dream come true. For others, this is a family legacy. For a few of you, you thought, law school seems cool, I'll give it a shot. One thing I can assure you, though, is your reason why for starting is not the same reason why you finish, and is most certainly not the why that's going to propel you through your career. My why was simple. It was to prove everyone wrong, but that wasn't enough to keep me here. It really wasn't until I started to look at my mother, how she would smile every time she told somebody that her son was in law school, or start to hear the excitement in my grandmother's voice every time we spoke. even though for some reason I couldn't convince her that I was in law school and not architecture school. And we all know we come to law school because we can't do math. I'll just say, yes, Grandma, architecture school is going amazing. Because to her, the details weren't important. She just knew that her grandson was doing something that nobody in our family has done before. They became my why, my reason to stay. Unfortunately, I lost my grandmother halfway through my second year. And in losing her, I lost that why. Fortunately, I was surrounded by great friends, great administrators, great faculty, great staff in this building that kept me afloat till I found another why. I had the good fortune of speaking at my high school later on that year. And what I saw in the crowd that day was myself, just a little bit shorter. Kids who were told that they won't amount to anything. Kids who are told to lower their expectation in life. Kids who are told not to dream for fear of failure. But I hope that they saw something different. I hoped that they saw somebody who walked like them, talked like them, dressed like them, somebody who came from their neighborhood, was now standing in front of them dressed in a suit, finishing his second year of law school. I hoped that they saw an embodiment of their potential. On that day, my community became my why, my reasoning for wanting to practice. Why do you want to practice? I know this is a question that we all don't have the answers to right now, but let me tell you this. Your why is always going to change. As your life circumstances change, as your family structure change, as your career path changes, your why will change. But it's not why you start, but why you finish. During my time here, I've had the pleasure of hearing Dean Atcher speak. And there's something he said that has always stuck to me. And I'm going to paraphrase him a little bit, but he said, "Those who serve the public are in this for the right reason." Dr. King also said, in life, the most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? So I'll ask you again, why will you practice? As you think about this answer, just let me leave you with 3 quick things. 1, money should not be your only why. Yes, we have loans. Yes, we have a lot of debt to pay back, but chasing a career for solely monetary advancements will always leave you empty. 2, find your passion. Do something that you love. Do something that you enjoy, because that is going to be the reason why you wake up every morning. And 3, leave this world a better place than what you came into it. You don't have to have a career full of public service, but as attorneys, our most persistent and urgent question is, what are we doing for others? President Garvey, Dean Attridge, Judge Kavanaugh, administrators, faculty, friends and family, and lastly, class of 2018, find your why. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kwambina, or as he's better known, Beans. That was a great speech. At this time, I invite President Garvey to escort Judge Kavanaugh, our commencement speaker, to the center stage. and I will read the citation. Brett M. Kavanaugh has been a judge on the U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia since May 2006, when the Senate confirmed his nomination by President George W. Bush. He was born in Washington, D.C., attending Georgetown Preparatory School before going on to earn undergraduate and law degrees at Yale University, where he also served as notes editor of the Yale Law Journal. He began his legal career by serving federal clerkships. The first was for Judge Walter K. Stapleton of the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Third Circuit, who later described him as, quote, a judge's dream of a law clerk, unquote. The second was for Judge Alex Kozinski of the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit, who has praised Kavanaugh's, quote, sense of humanity, end quote, and his, quote, understanding, end quote. Next, Judge Kavanaugh served as a law clerk to Justice Anthony M. Kennedy of the U.S. Supreme Court. Justice Kennedy impressed upon his young law clerk the essential neutrality of the law. Judge Kavanaugh was an attorney in the Office of the Solicitor General of the United States and subsequently in the Office of Independent Counsel Kenneth W. Starr. He then joined the firm Kirkland & Ellis in Washington, D.C., where he was a partner, sometimes doing pro bono work. The next phase of his career took Kavanaugh to the White House, where he served for more than 5 years, first as associate counsel and then as senior associate counsel to President George W. Bush. From July 2003 to May 2006, he was assistant to the president and staff secretary to the president. Judge Kavanaugh has taught courses at Harvard, Georgetown, and Yale, and is a member of the advisory committee of the Appellate Rules of the Judicial Conference of the United States, as well as its Committee on the Judicial Branch. He has published articles in the Harvard Law Review, Yale Law Journal, Georgetown Law Journal, Notre Dame Law Review, and the Catholic University Law Review, among other publications. He is a parishioner of the Shrine of the Most Blessed Sacrament in Washington, D.C., a member of the John Carroll Society, and a participant in various volunteer activities. These have included serving as a tutor at the Washington Jesuit Academy and the J.O. Wilson Elementary School. He credits his mother, Martha Kavanaugh, who retired in 2001 as an associate judge with the Montgomery County Circuit Court, with influencing him to devote himself to law. Quote, she's instilled in me a commitment to public service, he has said, and a respect for the rule of law that I've tried to follow throughout my career. For his dedication to the law, the Catholic University of America is pleased to bestow on Brett M. Kavanaugh the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
In virtue of the authority committed to me as President of the Catholic University of America, I'm pleased to confer upon Judge Kavanaugh the honorary degree for which he has been presented and recommended by me and authorized by the Board of Trustees. Congratulations.
President Garvey, Dean Attridge, faculty, graduates, family members, and guests. It is a tremendous honor to be with you on this glorious day. I'm grateful to my friends Dean Attridge and President Garvey for their leadership of this superb law school and university. I am overwhelmed by the honorary degree, which I will always cherish. Thank you. I'm of Irish descent, and there's an old saying in the Irish community that commencement speakers are like the body at an Irish wake. You are needed for the party, but nobody wants you to say very much. Let me begin by extending my heartiest congratulations to the graduates. You have persevered and you have achieved a great goal. Congratulations. For the parents of the graduates, I suspect that this morning your children's lives have been flashing before you. The birthdays, first days of school, homework, games, carpools, family vacations, the laughter, and yes, the squabbles and heartbreaks as well. And I imagine you may be choking back some tears and biting your lips a bit when your children receive their diplomas in a few minutes. You parents know one thing I've come to appreciate with my own two daughters, and that you graduates will appreciate if you have children. Nothing you experience in life, no matter how intense your feelings, is likely to match the intensity of your love for your sons and daughters. Nothing you care about in your life is likely to match how much you care about your sons and daughters. So congratulations again to all of the parents and family members here today. Graduates, you have attended a special law school. 3 of my high school classmates and friends from Georgetown Prep graduated from this law school in 1990. Phil Merkel, Don Ergo, and Mike Bidwell. One is a career attorney in the Justice Department, one is a successful business person, and one is the owner of the Arizona Cardinals football team. Not too shabby. Most importantly, they are great guys and reflect the best of this institution. This is a Catholic school, and a school that is proud to be Catholic. What makes Catholic education so special is the welcoming of all faiths and beliefs, while at the same time teaching Catholic values. At this school, you learn the great lesson that Jesus recounted in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 25. Whatever you did for one of these least brothers of mine, you did for me. For I was hungry and you gave me food. I was thirsty and you gave me drink. A stranger and you welcomed me. Naked and you clothed me. Ill and you cared for me. In prison and you visited me. Being a graduate of this law school means you will have many advantages, but you also have responsibilities. Serve meals to the homeless. Give clothing to the poor. Use your legal training to help those who need legal help. As Pope Francis says, faith and values mean not just belief and going to Mass, but action. And the most important action is to help others in need. Speaking of those who help others, the dedicated and talented professors of this school are an extraordinary treasure. Great professors like the 4 who were chosen by the students for honors this year, Mary Leary and Catherine Kelly and Sarah Duggan and Suzette Malveaux. Congratulations today to all the professors, and can we give them a round of applause? And a reminder to the professors and the students, your lessons linger. My Georgetown Prep Latin teacher, Father Byrne, would say, be prepared, be prepared. You can't go wrong as you go along if you are prepared. Now, as I recall him, he was about 4 feet tall and about 110 years old in my memory, but he could teach. He taught me that lesson 37 years ago, and even now I hear him in my head all the time. So to the professors, know that your lessons are heard not just in class, but years and decades later. And I want to briefly mention 3 lessons that I have learned in my life and that will hold you graduates in good stead. Love your friends. Live on the sunrise side of the mountain, and stay humble. No guarantees, but do those three things and a lot of good can happen. Forget them and life can be a struggle. First, love your friends. At CUA Law, you have learned not just from your great professors, but from each other. That's one of the best parts of this tight-knit law school community. Whether you are in the law school cafe or the library or Starbucks or at the Crab Fest or the Barristers Ball or countless other times with your classmates, you have learned from each other. In law school, I lived with 7 other guys in a house in New Haven behind the gym. The house was so nasty that all the college frats had turned it down as unsanitary. But the 8 of us lived there and bonded and have remained friends. For the last 27 years, every year, the 8 of us have gotten together for 1 weekend a year. One guy picks a location and organizes it. The rest of us second guess everything. But together we've been to spring training and Wrigley Field and rafting and biking and the World Series, to locations around the United States, even Vegas. But that was a long time ago. Different members of the group have been through ups and downs at times because life throws a lot at you, as you graduates will see in your lives. But the 8 of us have maintained a very tight bond and have carried each other and encouraged each other through the valleys and mountains of life. The camaraderie at this law school is similar. Your friends from here will always be your friends. Cherish your friends. Look out for your friends. Lift up your friends. Be loyal to your friends. Love your friends. Second, live on the sunrise side of the mountain, not the sunset side of the mountain. Be optimistic. See the day that is coming, not the day that is gone. This was a favorite saying of President George W. Bush's. I worked for him for 5.5 years. Love the guy. At graduations, he would say, "For those of you who've won honors, awards, and distinctions, well done. And for the C students, you too can be President of the United States." President Bush lives on the sunrise side of the mountain. That's the place to live. Be the optimist, the happy warrior. Do not get beaten down. Be not afraid, as Jesus said, and Pope John Paul II so powerfully taught us. To be sure, prudence and caution and realism are important, but optimism is a recipe for getting things done. It is a recipe for friendship. It is a recipe for leadership. When I traveled on the 2004 campaign with President Bush, we'd sometimes be driving through towns where the signs said things about him that are not repeatable in polite company, much less at a Catholic graduation. And President Bush would look at the signs and say in his humorous way, "I think they're still undecided." That's living on the sunrise side of the mountain. As a native Washingtonian and avid sports fan, I've spent about the last 25 years wondering if the sun would ever rise again on DC sports. But I stayed on the sunrise side of the mountain, and lo and behold, with perfect timing on Wednesday night, the Caps made it all seem worthwhile. In the official proceedings, you can record that in the transcript as all caps. More seriously, our constitutional history has been built by lawyers who are optimistic about the day that was coming, like the advocate who believed there was nothing equal about separate but equal, and the son of an Italian immigrant who insisted that adhering to what the law says is an essential feature of the rule of law. Thurgood Marshall and Antonin Scalia, and so many others who have built and improved our constitutional system, had the courage and eloquence to persuasively articulate and fight for ideas that were not yet in fashion. They were optimistic. They lived on the sunrise side of the mountain. They believed in the day that was coming. You do the same. Third, stay humble. Okay, not today. Today is a day to congratulate yourselves, bask in the glory, and maybe toss back a few beers. But tomorrow, back to humility. We are all equal before God. No one is better than anyone else. You may be a great student or a great lawyer. You may be rich or beautiful, or maybe you think you're both rich and beautiful. But walk humbly. Etched in stone on the law school building here are these words from the Old Testament book of Micah. Do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly with your God. And the Gospel of Matthew chapter 23 reminds us, whoever exalts himself will be humbled, but whoever humbles himself will be exalted. Do not act like you are better than others. Include others. Look out for and extend a friendly word or hand to those in your neighborhoods or workplaces who might be struggling or who are left behind. My 9-year-old daughter Liza has a great saying, "We are all God's children." She usually says that when she's bringing some stray dead animal into the house. But how right she is. We are all God's children. Part of humility is listening to and understanding the other person's perspective. Mr. Chris Abel was my English and religion teacher at Mater Dei grade school here in the Washington area. He was also my football and baseball coach. He had a profound influence on me. He was also, later in his life, a graduate of this great law school. But back in his English class in 7th grade, we read To Kill a Mockingbird. That book forces you to confront the ugly history of racism in this country and also tells you about one of the key lessons of life, to stand in someone else's shoes and to try to see things from their perspective. That was the lesson that Atticus Finch taught his daughter Scout Finch in the book, and that was the lesson that Mr. Abel taught us. Read that book and always remember that lesson of humility as you go forward from this place. In closing, I encourage you graduates as you proceed in your wonderful lives and careers to come, to love your friends, to live on the sunrise side of the mountain, and to stay humble. And I encourage you today to thank your parents and family members and friends who have helped you. You have worked hard and you have achieved a great goal. Congratulations, and may God bless every graduate of the Catholic University Law School class of 2018. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge Kavanaugh. We very much appreciate your service as our commencement speaker and your very thoughtful remarks today. We're especially grateful for the inspiring example that you have set for our graduates as they embark upon their own legal careers. Now, the moment has arrived for the conferral of degrees. It's my honor to introduce John Garvey, the 15th President of the Catholic University of America. Will the graduates please rise for the conferral of degrees earned in course? Now, after President Garvey has conferred your degrees, you will be directed to come up to receive your diploma. President Garvey, as the Dean of the Columbus School of Law, I have the honor to present candidates for the degrees of Master of Legal Studies, Juris Doctor, or Master of Laws, who've been recommended by the faculty and approved by the Academic Senate.
In virtue of the authority committed to me as President of the Catholic University of America, I'm pleased to confer upon each of you the Master of Legal Studies, Juris Doctor, or Master of Law degree for which you have been individually recommended by the Law School and by the Academic Senate. I extend my personal congratulations and those of the university to each of you. Congratulations.
Members of the class of 2018, you may now don your hoods. Congratulations. Graduates, when you're ready, you may now come forward to receive your diplomas. Professor Suzette Malveaux, our faculty marshal, will call the names of the graduates. As your name is called by Professor Malveaux, please step forward to be congratulated by President Garvey and then to me to receive your diploma. President Garvey and I will be assisted in these traditions by Assistant Dean Georgia Nijelko.
Frank W. Russo. Kwambina Ishmael Kyrie Martin Coker. Sarah Marie Ansonet. Thomas Robert Gentry. Kayla Elizabeth Stewart. Sidney Lynn Bryan. Anne Logston Smith. Marcos Rodriguez Holguin. Theron Breck Story II. Raymond Daniel Megorian. Catherine Elias Allman. Corin Francis Burbaum. Catherine Jessica Bixler, cum laude. Jessica Renee Bob. David T. Brown. David Burbowski. David James Byerly, cum laude. Robbie Lee Kane. Kelby Scott Carlson, cum laude. Joseph Anthony Cash III. Patrick Ryan Cathro. Norberto Chavez Jr. Christopher Dennison Clark, cum laude. Anna Gabriella Colon. Dean Philip Delasius, cum laude. Margaret Pamela Delraria, cum laude. Ari Manadir Diaku. Kenny Josh Diaz Martinez. Mark Werner Dormashkin. Justin Michael Iwanzak, cum laude. Christopher Jordan Finelli, cum laude. Gregory Raymond Frank. Taliesin Ashley Gabrielle. Lauren Galloway, cum laude. John Charles Geekus. Philip Andrew Ian Gordon. Latina Michelle Hazard. Michael Andrew Hubbard. Casey Elizabeth Hughes. Charlene Hudson. Crystal Jackson Kalos, summa cum laude. Thomas James Kenny, magna cum laude. Mary Claire King, magna cum laude. Olivia Elizabeth Krebs. Mario Nicholas Dominic Latona. Marie Christine Levi. Eric Lopez. Nicholas Freddie Magallanes. Alexander Charles Mansfield, cum laude. Erica Catherine McCrae, cum laude. John Taylor McGinn. Receiving the degree of Master of Legal Studies, Crystal Dolores Milam. Receiving the degree of Master of Legal Studies, Candace Joelle Miller. Malay Maikalani Ariana Moniz. Reed Edward Moody. Jocelyn Ann Moore. Ruth Ann Mueller, cum laude. Alyssa Renee Murphy. Christopher Mark O'Brien, magna cum laude. Adriana Justine Odo, magna cum laude. Receiving the degree of Master of Legal Studies, Meredith Christina Page. Patrick Cersei Pace. Michael James P. Jr. Madison Ann Patika. Davis Clayton Raddick, cum laude. Vida Ruth Rashid. Portia Rayshara Richards. Constance Elizabeth Ricketts. Jamie Alexander Robinson. Elizabeth Sarah Ross. Kelsey Nichols Rutherford. Esperanza Nicole Sanchez. Dina Ann Scalo, cum laude. Stephen Randolph Schumacher. Megan Elizabeth Schuster, cum laude. Richard Allen Smith, Jr., summa cum laude. Antoinette T. Spinks, cum laude. Anne Courtney Stark. Timothy John Stecker II. Amanda Ann Sterone. Brian Joseph Soulier. Catherine Marcia Sullivan, cum laude. Megan Marie Sun. Kevin Michael Tamil, cum laude. Jason Edward Thomas. Carly Michaela Town. Risa Scarlett Traub. Macaulay Brogan Venora, cum laude. Victoria Lynn Verfus. Mary Elizabeth Viteri. Michael Patrick Wallace, cum laude. Boris Wong. Stephen Joel Wellham, Jr., cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Zapfi, magna cum laude.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2018 of the Columbus School of Law at the Catholic University of America. Now I'm delighted to welcome Associate Dean Marin Scordato to the podium for the presentation of the John L. Garvey Faculty Awards. Dean Scordato.
Good morning and congratulations. The faculty has named these awards in honor of John L. Garvey, Professor Emeritus, recognizing his 49 years of dedicated service to the law school as dean, teacher, scholar, and colleague. These awards recognize outstanding academic achievement during the law school course of study and are conferred upon one graduate from the part-time division and one graduate from the full-time division. The John L. Garvey Faculty Award for the student with the highest academic average in the part-time division is presented to Crystal Jackson Kalos. The John L. Garvey Faculty Award for the student with the highest academic average in the full-time division is presented to Thomas Robert Gentry.
In 1965, Michael F. Curtin graduated from the Columbus School of Law with an enthusiasm for probate law and trust and estate planning and litigation, but also a passion for service. The range of his pro bono work and the significant time he volunteered in the causes of justice, compassion, and opportunity for all set a new standard for what it means to serve others, particularly this law school and the legal profession. In 2008, in recognition of his outstanding service, the law school established the Michael F. Curtin Pro Bono Awards to recognize a law student from the day and evening divisions who followed his example and achieved the law school's highest ideals through extraordinary pro bono service to others. We're very fortunate to have Mr. Curtin here with us today to present the Pro Bono Awards. Mr. Curtin, would you please come to the podium?
Thank you, Dean Crowley. I'm pleased to announce that the 2018 Day Division recipient of the Michael F. Curtin Pro Bono Award is Sydney Byron. Sydney, using the center stairs, please come forward to receive your award. Sydney has dedicated herself to a diverse range of pro bono projects. Sydney worked on projects for the victims of violence and victims of human trafficking. She has also worked with the Hogar Immigrant Services Clinics to assist migrants in gaining citizenship and the Veterans Consortium Pro Bono Program. Sydney also regularly volunteered with local civil legal aid society, the Good Samaritan Advocates, and took part in the law school's Legal Service Society trip to work with the New Orleans Public Defenders Project following the storms in 2010. In addition, Sydney interned with and clerked for the Loudoun County Commonwealth's Attorney and was a member of the CUA Law Pro Bono Advisory Board. In addition to her pro bono work, Sydney was also the recipient of the First Lap, Extra Mile, and Marathon Awards for her service to the law school community. In recognition of her efforts, it is my pleasure to present to Sydney Byron the 2018 Michael F. Curtin Pro Bono Award for the Day Division. I am now delighted to announce that the 2018 Evening Division recipient of the Michael F. Curtin Pro Bono Award is Vida Rashid. Vida? Vida has contributed extensively to public interest work at the law school and in her own community. In 2016, Vida organized a record sealing and expungement fair in Southeast DC. She also partnered with the CUA Law Pro Bono program to host back-to-school carnivals using orientation, where first-year evening students pack school supplies for over 100 children each year. In her own community, Vida organized Stop the Violence, Increase the Peace rallies, and organized Know Your Rights, seminars in partnership with the D.C. Criminal Defense Attorney Bar and the Trial Lawyers Association of D.C. In 2017, D.C. Muriel Bowser appointed Vita to serve on the Commission of African American Affairs as a public member of that commission. In addition, she has been a member of the CUA Law Pro Bono Advisory Board, an active member of the Black Students Association, and was named the 2017 Mid-Atlantic Law Student of the Year by the National Jurist magazine. Finally, Vita received the Cardinal Hickey Award for Community Service. In recognition of her fervent and dedication to pro bono work, it is my pleasure to present to Vita Rashid the 2018 Michael F. Curtin Pro Bono Award for the Evening Division.
Our next presenter embodies alumni commitment and dedication to the Columbus School of Law by serving as the president of our Alumni Council. Stanley Woodward graduated from the law school in 2008 and is counsel with the law firm Aiken, Gupp, Strauss, Hauer, and Feld. He will now present the Alumni Association Awards.
Good afternoon, everyone, and I don't think we can say it enough. Congratulations to you again. A bit of unsolicited and unscripted advice. It feels like yesterday that I sat where you are now, and already 10 years have gone by, so enjoy every moment. The Law School Alumni Association Award was established in 1978, and it recognizes a graduating student from the full and part-time divisions. The recipient is well-rounded. They not only have excelled in academic work, but have actively participated in extracurricular and co-curricular activities and contributed to the law school community in special ways. May I ask the recipients to join us at the podium by way of the center stairs. On behalf of the Law School Alumni Association, we are proud to present the Full-Time Division Award to Alexander Mansfield. Alex, you have been extremely committed to the law school community and have stood out as a leader since day one. You served as secretary for the Federalist Society and then continued your commitment to the organization by later serving as president. Alex has also committed much of his time to the Catholic University Law Review, serving as an associate editor, and Alex served as vice president for the Guild of Catholic Lawyers. In addition to these activities, Alex is a cum laude graduate. It is an honor for the Alumni Council to present you with this award today. Congratulations. Our evening students often balance law school with significant competing demands for their time. Quite frankly, I don't know how you do it. Such obligations have not stopped. I skipped this part. This year, we are proud to present the Part-Time Division Award to Antoinette Sparks. Spinks. Antoinette, I don't know how you do it. Such obligations have not stopped you from excelling academically, graduating with cum laude honors, and engaging in the law school community as a student leader and a mentor to your classmates. But wait, there's more. As the evening vice president of the Black Law Students Association from 2006 to 2017, Antoinette was instrumental in planning events that helped BLSA earn the 2017 Mary E. Card Award for Outstanding Student Organization of the Year. Antoinette's commitment to excellence and to her classmates was further embodied through her service as a Dean's Academic Fellow. In this role and in her own personal time, Antoinette spent countless hours coaching and supporting fellow students to develop and refine their academic skills and confidence so that they too would excel in the classroom. Antoinette received the Extra Mile Award in honor of her outstanding service to the law school community and the student body, despite having other demands on her time, including completing her legal education 1 semester early. It is my pleasure to present you with the award today. Congratulations. A number of our graduates today are following in the footsteps of members of their families who are alumni of the Columbus School of Law and members of the CUA community. I would like to present our All in the Family list for the graduating class of 2018. I would ask you to stand as your names are called. Christopher D. Clark, son of Christine A. McKee Clark, class of '99. Anna L. Smith, wife of Daniel Smith, class of 2007. Though unable to join us today, Raul Natera, a January graduate, is the nephew of Francisco Hernandez, class of '90, and the cousin of Estella R. Price, class of 2008.
As Dean of the Law School, it's my privilege to speak for the entire faculty when I extend our congratulations and fond wishes to our graduates in the class of 2018 for a future of achievement, service, and happiness. At the same time, it's appropriate that the faculty be recognized for their indispensable role as dedicated teachers and scholars in bringing your class to this day. So I ask that the graduates stand and acknowledge your faculty with a round of applause. You may be seated. Thank you. I also acknowledge the presence and continuing support of the members of the university administration and our alumni who are with us today. Dr. Andrew Abella, Provost. Dr. Michael Allen, Vice President for Student Life. Mr. Larry Morris, Chief of Staff and Counselor to the President. Father Jude D'Angelo, University Chaplain and Director of Campus Ministry. Our alumni, Michael Curtin and Stanley Woodward. Also here witnessing your accomplishments today, our Associate Dean, Marin Scordato. Assistant Dean Katie Crowley. Assistant Dean Georgia Nijelko. Assistant Dean Shawnee Butts. Our Assistant Dean and Registrar Stuart Shep. Our Library Director, Beth Ettinger. Our Executive Director of Development and Alumni Relations, Louise Leiden. Our Director of Financial Aid, David Schrock. And our Director of Student Life and Special Events, Joan Verassi. It's now my privilege to ask our President, John Garvey, to come to the podium.
Thank you very much, Dean Attridge. Judge Kavanaugh, honored guests, mothers and fathers, husbands and wives, graduates of the class of 2018, I want to leave you with just two thoughts, but they're important. They're the two things that make the difference between good and bad lawyers. The first is this: be honest. Last Saturday was the feast of St. Ives, the patron saint of lawyers. He died on May 19th in 1303 in Brittany, and Butler's Lives of the Saints records about him what I think is the first lawyer's joke. This being 1303, it goes like this: Sanctus Evo erat Brito, advocatus et non latro res moralanda populo. There's a reason why people make jokes about lawyers' honesty, and it's not that we're less honest than the average person. Quite the contrary. The point of the jokes is that people hire lawyers on account of their honesty, and a breach of that trust is the worst disservice you can do to your client. The dishonest lawyer is like Model in Fiddler on the Roof, the tailor who can't see, or like Dr. Kevorkian, the physician who extinguishes life. It's not true that tailors are more myopic than the rest of us, nor that doctors care less about life. Model and Kevorkian stand out because they lack the qualities we engage them for. So too with a dishonest lawyer. The thing people marvel at, the res morenda populo, is that she could miss the very point of her calling. And honesty is the point. This is one of those forests that's so big that we can overlook it in our focus on the trees of lawyering. Trials search for the truth. Did D kill V? Did M conspire in restraint of trade? Deals are promises. I will do this for you if you do that for me. Prospectuses are representations. Company C shipped 1,000 containers last year. Trusts are aptly named. In each of the activities like these, the lawyer speaks and writes for her client. Her business is all words. We're good at that. We're not always smarter than our clients, but what we have to offer them is this. We know what the rules are about taxes, the environment, payment systems, stock fraud, and we know how to steer people through them in their filings, oaths, promises, representations, trusts. All words. Our job is to speak them truly to and for our clients. And don't make the mistake of thinking that it's just lawyers for big companies who are tempted to shade the truth. Extremism in defense of any cause can be a vice. We all condemn tax fraud, but it's also wrong to lie in order to save wetlands or spotted owls, or to stave off deportation. Indeed, I think the temptation is greater when the justice of our cause lets us make peace with our consciences for ignoring little things. A misleading word here, an omission there, a failure to correct. Why should I be punctilious, we tell ourselves, when my zealous honesty just improves the odds that the spider will once again triumph over Miss Muffet? This is the pride of the righteous, the belief that we're excused from the ordinary rules when our cause is just. Don't fall for it. The second secret is this: work hard. I've seen a lot of lawyers in my time, and apart from their honesty, what separates the good ones from the bad ones is this: hard work. Success does not track class rank. This is no slap at our grading system. It's a good measure of intelligence, analytic power, memory, and a certain degree of invention. But you all have enough of those to succeed. And your career will last many years. In 3 years, you've learned just enough to begin the practice of law. It's only a beginning, though. 10 years from now, you'll be much better. And you won't be in the same rank order. Some of you have gotten out of the gate faster than others, but it's a long race. Keep at it. I've been using a racing metaphor to make a point that you must work hard to be a good lawyer, but it's misleading in this respect. The measure of a good lawyer is not that she finishes ahead of her classmates, but that she serves her clients best. And the way to do that is to work hard for them. Return phone calls. Turn over every stone. Tie up loose ends. And never let yourself believe that you've mastered the law. This bit of advice, like my first one, is so plain that you might mistake it for a commencement day bromide. It's not. The besetting temptation for this generation is the desire to get rich quick. Lawyers never starve, but they seldom get filthy rich either. And the reason for this is the kind of work they do. They're paid to think about what can go wrong, how to stay inside the lines, and how to clean up affairs that go awry. Very useful stuff. Essential, in fact. But it's not a service you can deliver way more efficiently than people have done for a long time. Doing someone's legal work takes time and effort, and that's why good lawyers work hard and bad ones don't. Keep those in mind, and God bless you all.
Thank you, President Garvey. We're grateful for your presence today and the sound advice that you've offered to our graduates. Now I ask everyone to rise for the benediction, which will be delivered by Father Jude. Father?
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Before you were formed, God knew you. While in your mother's womb, God named you. At your birth, God's breath filled you with life. Today we celebrate what you have become at this moment in time. And so we pray, God of all truth, we thank you for these 2018 graduates of the Catholic University of America, the Columbus School of Law. Help them to concentrate on their studies after today as they prepare for their bar exams. As they step forward into their noble profession, strengthen their resolve to walk in the footsteps of Jesus, seeking justice tempered by mercy. Guide them in their commitment to ethically practice the law. As they protect the rights of their clients, may they also seek to protect the common good. And may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord be gracious to you. May he look upon you with his kindness. May he give you his peace. And may Almighty God bless you, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Congratulations once again to our graduates and to your families and your friends. I ask the audience to remain in place until the faculty and graduates have recessed out of the shrine. And I invite all of you to join us for a reception in honor of our graduates on the law school lawn. I officially declare this academic convocation for the 2018 commencement of the Columbus School of Law concluded. Congratulations, everyone.